Well, hi there.
Hi.
Mike and I kind of got contact with each other by going on SharePlug app. And basically, I was like, whoa, we have some person here who uses EV. And I was like,
Yep.
that's great. So I contacted Mike and asked him, can I interview you to talk about your Volt? And how long have you had the car?
It's a year old this month.
So, and you bought it new?
Yep. Brand new.
Brand new?
Yep.
And how do you like it so far, I guess?
I love it. I think it's great. It's nice to be able to come home and fill up the tank at home rather than at the service station.
How long of a commute do you have?
5-6 miles.
So basically, if you're not going out of town, it's basically
Right.
just how long have you? Are you worried that the gas will go stale or the engine will?
Well, one of the things that Chevy says is that you really should fill it up with premium gas if you know that you're going to be using electric a lot of the time. And so right now the tank has premium gas in it, but I bought it in April, and here we are near the end of June, and I haven't had to put gas in it since then.
And is there a worry that the engine will? You know how you don't use an engine for a while and
Right.
and it will gum up, or are you
Well,
concerned about that?
Actually, the dealer said that the Volt is programmed to idle the engine every so often, after so many hours or after so many miles. I'm not sure what the trigger is, but
Did it ever occur to you that it started just to?
yes, actually it did. It just about the anniversary date of when I bought it. It was like mid-May. It was just a few weeks shy of the year that I owned it. That the engine kicked in, and it came up with a little display saying doing the maintenance on the engines, not to worry. And I cruised around with the engines going for a little bit. I think it was maybe 5-10 minutes, and then went back to battery power only.
Cool. So let's talk a little bit about the charging. The car by default comes with a 110 volts
Right. In
charger.
The trunk here, they have stored a charging unit. In this area here,
Oh, look at this.
comes with a charger, and it also comes with a battery operated air compressor.
Just in case you have a small flat.
Flat tire, right. So this comes out, and this plugs in to the car, and then this plugs into 110.
Now, is this all waterproof? Would this?
Yes, it's all weatherized. So I actually had it hang, when I first owned it, I had it hanging on the outside of the garage where I have a 110 volt outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, I've had a 220 system put in.
Which one did you install?
Cripple Creek.
I heard of them.
Yeah,
Is that the 7 point something
Yes.
kilowatts?
Yes, I can show you that.
I like that it fits neatly under the trunk.
Yeah, I guess it goes this way. Yeah.
Very nice.
And I had a little bracket that I fashioned out of a hanger, hang it up outside. It put on the handles and so forth. So if I have to use that again, I can.
That's a good idea. How do you like the trunk capacity?
It's okay. It's not great. It's, it could be bigger.
And this essentially is a 4 people mover.
Right. Yeah. It's
Because in the middle there's
the battery pack. The battery forms like a T, goes down the center and behind the rear seats.
Now, the warranty on the batteries on these is what, 8 years or 15 years?
I believe it's 8 years.
8 years, 100,000.
Yeah, 100,000, correct.
Cool.
So,
I'm curious to see if you could see the. Oh yeah, look at that.
yeah, it has a small tailpipe for the generators, but not much of
That
one.
is the tailpipe.
Yep.
And no rust that I can see.
Oh no.
Well,
It better not have rust.
the tailpipe does, but you know how it is.
It's
All right. So that is the Clipper Creek.
Clipper Creek, yeah, I said Cripple Creek. It's actually Clipper Creek.
And is this what they recommend, or you just decided, hey,
I
let's
just decided that's what I wanted. I try to contact the Volt people that supplied the 110, and I never heard back from them. I went online and checked out the Clipper Creek webpage, and they had the best price, and from what I've been reading, probably the best operating systems.
Did you install it yourself, or did you?
No, I had an electrician run 220 service to the garage, and then he installed that for me. I could have installed it myself once he had run the 220, but he said it's a 10-minute job, so he took care of it. I
Right.
mounted it there, and I have a hoop or whatever, a hanger inside the garage, and then I hung another hanger on the outside of the garage.
So you actually used the federal tax credit, the $7,500, right?
Yep.
And for this, did you get credit for that as well?
No, there was no credit. New York State doesn't have credit, but Pennsylvania does.
New York.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the price was right. Now I believe they're down to about $595.
Are they?
Yeah. When I bought it, it was even more.
I recently looked. The one from, there's a couple of companies now. The Lutron one, I believe, makes the highest, fastest charging whatever output
Right.
that is being sold now, and that came down to like $1,000 now.
This will charge in about 3.5 hours from a dead battery up to a full charge.
And that would give you what, 40 miles, 35 miles?
It varies now. In the summer, the warm months, around spring, fall, and summer, mileage usually is about anywhere from 40 to 45 miles.
In the summer?
In the summer, yes. Wow. That's what GM says is the range, up to 50. In the wintertime, it's lower because you're running stuff like the heater, the defroster. It's all electric. There's no gas powered to warm the air.
Does it have any like a warm recovery from the batteries that heat up, or no?
No. But the one thing that I have been doing during the winter is pre-warming the car.
Right.
Wireless hooked to the charger. And so it's drawing power from there to warm up the car, so the windows are defrosted completely, the car is warmed up. Basically just unplug it, take off, and I'm ready to go.
Now, what is the function? They talk something about an app function that you can use on your Android or iPhone.
Yep, I have that. It's the same thing as what you can get on.
How does that communicate?
Online. Well, it's OnStar Link or Remote Link. That's what it's called.
So you have to be a subscriber to OnLink, or does it
Yes.
just include with the car once you purchase it?
OnStar came with the car. I get 3 years with the car, and I downloaded the app for my Android as well as having it on my PC, so I can be in the house and start the car with my PC or start it with this Remote Link.
So at some point you would have to pay a monthly fee for that?
A monthly or an annual fee. It's probably an annual fee. I'm not sure what the fee is. I haven't seen that yet, but I've got 2 years left on that program, so I can.
But it doesn't have like a Wi-Fi where you could not use like the cellular data and just let's see the app. Let's see how.
All right. Okay. It says.
Unfortunately,
It's not working. Remote Link has stopped. I can show you the charging here.
All right. So you basically you made it like a workflow. You get home.
Yep.
You plug it in.
Park it. Plug it.
Now, do you find this spot convenient, or would you have rather wished that they put it like in the middle center of just like the Leaf?
Well, it was convenient for me when I parked over there, but over here, not so much. I mean, it's hard to say where the best spot would be.
Yeah, it really it does depend. I think the middle spot, like in the
Yeah.
front, would have been, or in the back, just like the old car. You remember the old cars?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, you plug it in, and it does a little beep beep to let you know that it's starting to charge.
Right.
And also, there's a little green light there.
Yep.
Now, when it's fully charged, is it green?
It flashes.
It flashes that it's
Yep.
fully
It
charged.
flashes about once every 5-10 seconds.
And does it have any other colors?
Nope.
Just
Well,
green.
actually yellow if there's an error.
An error.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a yellow?
No, I haven't had an error, but the only problem that I ever had with it is one time there was a part that went out. I'm not sure what it was exactly. The guys at the garage thought it was a solenoid or whatever. I turned it on, and the display came up, 0 range. And it says, please wait to shift. Okay. And I never did anything else. You know, it was like the blue screen of death. Shut it off, turn it back on, still nothing. I waited about 20-30 minutes, and it worked fine. I don't know what happened. So I took it into the Chevy dealer, and they did a diagnostic on it, and they had an error code they didn't understand, so they called Detroit, and Detroit sent an engineer out with the part,
Oh wow.
and they replaced it, and it's been fine ever since.
Yet it still worked after you waited a while.
Yeah, yeah. It must have needed to be reset or something.
Or-
I'm not
yeah.
sure.
Now, as far as trim level, this is the what? Just the base trim level, or did you get the premium? Or
This is the base trim level. The next level up would have had something like heated seats. Well, I've been perfectly happy with it. Heated seats or not, It's got a nice Bose sound system. The graphics on the display are really nice.
so this car has touch sensitive controls,
Right.
right?
Yep. And
Are you? That really concerned me when I took it for a test drive.
Right.
Did you get used to the location or brushing off and
It was a little confusing at first, but you use it for a number of months and you get comfortable with it.
so you don't need at this point to like look where you're pressing.
Not so much.
No.
Once you get the climate set, you're
You
all
set it and forget it.
or the radio, whatever. Yeah. It's not too much of a problem.
You have a big family that you haul around, or
No.
No.
Just me and my wife. The kids have left
long,
the nest.
left the nest? All
Yes.
right. How does your wife like this car?
Oh, it scares her.
Really?
It's high tech. She's. I kid her about being a Luddite, but she catches on pretty quickly. And I told her that some of the problems that I had with this is the visibility. It actually sit a little bit lower than most cars, so I'm having difficulty seeing, past the column there. But other than that, she's.
So it has a pretty thick pillar here, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to see around and judge the distance a little bit, but anyway, she was able to get in, power it up, drive off, and she wasn't concerned about the climate or the radio and all that other stuff that would be operated through the center column.
When I took this car for a test drive,
Right.
they gave me the car with a depleted battery, so the entire time the engine was running pretty much.
Right.
It would have been nice if when you're standing in traffic, say at the stoplight, the engine would run and just charge the battery instead of
So the engine stopped running.
the engine does stop running, right?
Yeah. When you come to a stop.
So there's no onboard battery charging from the engine, as far as I know, right?
Well, actually, the way this works is the engines are more like generators,
Right.
and that you're never really running off of gasoline. The generators are charging the battery that propels the car. The gasoline engines never propel the car.
But on the other hand, it doesn't charge the battery for later use.
No.
So it just
Once it gets down to a certain level,
The engine will run.
The engine's right will just be enough to trickle charge the batteries in order to get you from point A to point B.
Right. Now this car, I noticed that it has fob keyless entry.
Yes.
And this is something different than other cars, is that they included the ability to unlock and lock the car from the back doors.
Right.
Very nice.
And actually, I've had warranty repair on it. Both the driver's side and the passenger side front doors buttons have had to be replaced.
Really?
Because the keypad apparently has lost certain sensitivity or whatever, I don't know. But that was...
So how many warranty services have you had on this?
Just 3.
3.
The solenoid, then both doors with the keyless entry.
So each one broke at a different time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should have recalled, because apparently that's like a... if it happens to both doors. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Feels like we're going on the shuttle.
Yeah, I know. I'll give you the sound effects.
So right now we're at 33 miles range.
Right. Yeah, I haven't fully charged it, so I would probably get another 10 miles range if I let it charge. If I charge it now, it would be ready in about 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes.
Cool. And look at that. And this one is really only just an hour for to top it off.
Yeah, yeah.
And the energy info. Lifetime of 84.7.
Yes.
And this one, what does this number show you?
I'm not sure.
Is that from the last drive, or
well,
since you reset it?
Over here, I can reset the odometer. Since I purchased gasoline last, I've put on 224 miles per gallon on average.
So it's not related to the 2231.
No.
How many miles do we have on this car?
Total miles is 10,292.
Oh, right there, yeah, on the
right
bottom.
Yep.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so right now we're on trip A, and there's a trip B.
Yep. Oh, there it goes, trip B. And then it tells you what your oil life is. So I'm down 22%. Tire pressure. A little.
No, that's another thing though. You know how in cars they tell you, you know what, replace your oil every 6 months, regardless if you did the 3,000 or not.
Right.
What's the deal with this car?
Well, because the gasoline powered engines don't run all the time, you don't change the oil as often.
So the oil doesn't get like gooey or whatever from just standing?
I don't know. They may use a different oil. They may use a really lightweight oil that doesn't get thick and gooey over time.
Is that, by the way, is this the 41, 42, 40, 41? Is that what they recommend, or you decided, hey, let's put a little more for better fuel economy?
It actually recommends 38 pounds all around, but since they're warm right now, they probably have expanded a little bit.
Ah, that's true. We're in the sun.
Yeah. And you get vehicle messages, and you can change the units from US to metric.
How does the Bluetooth work with this car, like as far as audio and...
Oh, very well. I have my personal cell phone connected to the Bluetooth. Let's see if you can see it.
Is there any lag in when you press play to play music?
See, the Bluetooth shows right there that it's engaged right now. And so there's a little compartment here. When I'm traveling, I can plug in
Hey, look at that.
my phone and charge the phone and answer calls at the same time.
I like that they put the 12 volts there. Is there another spot?
Yeah, there's 12 volts here in the glove box.
Uh-huh.
And there's also a USB connection right here. So you can plug in an iPod. I have a little music player I can plug in there.
Cool.
And then there's another one back here.
In the back for the back passenger.
Actually, it's right there.
So basically that's the 12 volts
Right.
port for the back passengers. It's very convenient actually with the little landing there for stuff.
Yep. Yep.
Very nice. Now, what is that at the back? I see a little pouch with.
That was something that was extra that I bought. I didn't really care for the split between the seats and nothing to
Nothing
block
there.
coming from the trunk area. And so if I stop short, something that's in the back there could slide all the way forward.
Wait,
Or so I
there's an
thought.
opening?
Yeah, you take that pouch out and there's an opening between the seats, just like there is here in the center column.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is how it comes.
That's how it comes.
That is bizarre. I have to say that is just that would have bothered me too, because things can roll.
Yes.
Basically.
The pouch and the cargo net I purchased after I had the car. This cover here came with the car, so this is to stop things from flying over the top of the seats,
Right.
like so. And then I have the cargo net down below here to carry other stuff that could roll around.
This should totally be included in the car.
I think so too.
Yep.
At least, you know, just to block things
Right.
sliding
From
forward.
sliding forward. Exactly.
and actually compartmentalize it a little bit more than it has.
Interesting. Cool. Good to know. I think people will find that useful. Got a little rust here.
Yeah.
Can't they make screws that don't rust?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Did you put the sticker, or was that included? Volt
I put
info.
the sticker there. They sent me a package after I had the car for about a month. It came with a book that showed how they manufactured the vehicle and little cards that I could hand out to people that asked about the Volt. They could go online. What I like is neat here is these are garage door openers. I can close and program the garage doors from here and not have to have a separate device that's, you know, normally clips on the visor.
Right. What other gadgetries does this have? What is this?
That I'm not sure. I think this is part of the OnStar. Well, other than what's in the center here, your parking brake, this locks and unlocks the doors. All this is controlling the radio, and the disc on this is takes you to the home screen if the radio was turned on.
Now, let me ask you something. If you have your source set to Bluetooth and you turn off the radio, when you turn it back on, does it keep it on Bluetooth?
Oh yeah. See, I turn it off. The Bluetooth stays on.
But
You don't see it on the
if you're using your Bluetooth as the source for your audio,
Oh,
have you ever used
I don't think it works that way. I think it only is Bluetooth for the phone function.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we try with my phone and see how it works? Pair phone. Let's see.
Pair. Please start a search on your Bluetooth phone. Once the search is complete, select 4557. Again, the code is 4557. Unable to pair. To try again, select your vehicle on your phone and then enter the code.
So now it's connected. Phone
4557.
audio.
Please say the name tag you want associated with this phone.
Alright, so let's see how would you like to access your contacts? No, I don't want to do that. But let's see how it plays something on. So we'll go to power amp here. And I guess for source we're gonna have to touch that. So it's turn off. You gotta turn. So for this,
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't give you any more sources than that. So if I had a USB device, I could plug it in there.
that is surprising.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go for a ride,
All right.
and the car is totally whisper quiet.
Stealth mode, as my friends would say.
Now you know that the newer cars, I think the 2013 or something, they make like a noise.
A noise. So people,
This one doesn't, right?
No.
So right now we basically will go up to 33 miles only on electric.
Right.
Now, if you go over a certain speed, does the engine ever kick in? No,
Nope.
it's
Nope.
always electric. Now, as far as efficiency, do you find that if you're going in the highway 70 versus the 55, does it make a big difference? Does it give a big hit on the...
I think so. I think the faster you go, the lower the mileage. I haven't fully tested that theory out yet because we haven't gone too many long trips, but it does seem to go, mileage does seem to go down a little faster.
Now, we're in upstate New York, and it snows here in the
Oh, yeah.
winter. How does this car do in the snow?
Well, we didn't have much snow this past winter, so I really
And
wasn't
not-
able to tell.
And not even last year.
I know.
Yeah.
Handling seems to be very good.
We may not get any more snow here because
I know.
of some stuff.
Yep. So I tried the 0 to 60.
Oh man, I wish I brought my little handy dandy device that
Stopwatch.
automatically does the 0 to 60 count.
Okay. Well, it has very good pickup once you hit the accelerator. It moves.
Instant torque.
Just about.
Yep. Yeah, you can feel the torque. You can feel your back pushing to the seat. So right now we're going. Well, I don't want to put that in the video
We'll
because.
slow it down, but to show you that,
Yeah.
that it really does have good pickup.
So right now we're going 62 miles per hour, and it's pretty quiet. The cabin is not too loud.
No, I found it's very quiet. Thing is, when you're at this high rate of speed and you open the windows, you get this buffeting sound where the air is trying to go around the car, but
That
can't.
is actually very normal for aerodynamic cars. It's something called whatever yeah, it's some sort of a physics effect. Don't you love science?
Oh yeah,
And how would you say the handling is on this car?
very good, very tight steering. There's no slop in the steering.
Because this is fly-by-wire steering
Right.
wheel. So basically it's electronic,
Yes.
and you don't feel that it's disconnected from the ground. So whatever you actually, if you steer the car, you feel that it is whatever the wheels are doing.
Yep.
Wow, really good pickup. Yeah.
It's
like-
the first time I spun the tire.
It's like a go-kart.
Oh yeah.
And I noticed that the blinking lever there, what do you call those?
Turn signal.
The turn signal lever,
Yep.
it's very smooth.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you like the mirrors that they kind of slope down, and do you find that it's missing, it's causing some blind spots?
No, they're in good positions. I can see very well. The only thing that kind of frustrates me here is the rear view mirror.
Uh-huh.
That it has this automatic sensing for night driving, and
No way to disable it?
well, it's not that. It's just that the next day it looks like it's out of alignment. I'm the only one that drives the car, so the alignment should be the same every day, and every day I have to adjust it.
Interesting. So it only happens at night?
Well, from night driving to daytime driving. If I'm driving during the day, it stays put.
Wow, that is weird.
Yeah.
So this is the visibility from the back.
Yep. It has very good visibility. I can see quite well. Has the main window.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, the half split in the
and
back.
split window in the back. Is,
That's good for lower cars.
Right.
The back pillars are pretty thick, so as far as that could be a blind spot issue. You have to verify with the side mirrors.
Yeah. I haven't had any problems. I've been able to see pretty well.
AC's working very nicely. And the gauge here is pretty responsive, right?
Yes.
Whoa.
That's all right.
Yeah, I touch.
If you want to change it, you can go from auto, it was circulate, or if you want to reduce the fan.
So this one is to auto circulate?
Right. Yeah, if you hit the auto button, it turns everything automatic on to the temperature that you set it to.
Is it dual zone or just one zone?
Just one zone.
Have you noticed any difference in eco and comfort as far as
Using resources?
Mhm.
Not really. But I haven't really used comfort very much.
look at that. The climate
does-
power.
yes, it does
This
show-
really does show you that it takes almost
Extra energy. Right.
Now, what's the percentage that it says that? Does that mean that this will take 25% of the range?
I believe so. I believe that's what it's telling me.
So as far as the climate control, you've really noticed that in the winter, you get a big hit on your...
Right. Running the heater and the defroster. Because you really don't have any other way to heat the car because there's no radiator that's cooling the engine.
Right.
Yeah.
That is something that people don't realize, that heating is way less efficient than cooling for some reason. For example, I'll give you an example. A window air conditioner at just 110 volts can go up to 15,000 BTUs in cooling.
Right.
But if you wanted it to heat up, the only maximum BTU is 5,200 BTUs. So it's almost 1/3 less efficient.
Right.
And we should work on that.
I know.
Now, as far as braking, you own a Prius, right?
Correct.
And the Prius is known to have, when it works well, good brakes as far as, moving from the regenerative mode to the actual mechanical portion. How is the braking on this? It's pretty seamless, right?
Yes.
There's no bumps, they're not mushy.
Nope. Nope. And when you're braking, the charging goes back to the battery.
Does it ever stop regenerating as you slow down? Like, I know that the Prius, for example, when you get to like 5 miles per hour, it's slow, it's purely mechanical braking. This one, I wonder, let's see, this will tell us when you brake now. Yep, I guess that's, yeah, it's mechanical.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number, but sweet.
Yes. So we did approximately a 3 mile, maybe 4 mile trip, and the range went down 6 because we were probably running the air conditioner, which impacted the range a little bit.
Right, we were at 33 miles, right?
Yep.
And we only went 3.
Well, round trip, yeah, it's close to
4.
4 miles, I think. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so let's sum up the video. I guess the question everybody would like to know is this car shuts off just like in Star Trek. You know how they?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go outside, I guess.
Okay.
Does this car have a backup camera?
No.
No backup camera. All right, so let's sum it up.
Okay.
If you had to do this all over again, would you get the Volt again?
Yes, I think I would.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed driving it a lot. It's a comfortable car, very fuel efficient for me. I've been keeping a spreadsheet on how much electricity and gasoline I average 4 cents a mile on electricity and about 12 cents a mile on gasoline. So I'm cutting my energy costs by a third. I guess I'm not good with math, so I think that's the calculation. A third of what I would be paying. And I haven't seen a negative impact on my utilities.
Right.
It's hard to say because the weather fluctuates, but
The idea here, though, is would someone buy this to save on money, or is it because you wanted to have a more technologically different car and be able to experience an electric car?
it's like all the above. I'm interested in the electric vehicles. I can't wait for the infrastructure to get in place where we can go from coast to coast and charge
Yeah.
everywhere. I want to lower my carbon footprint, so I'm not expelling so many hydrocarbons into the air.
And by the way, here we do have an option to buy electricity that's purely
Wind generated.
wind generated.
Yep.
So people saying, hey, you know what, you're just moving your carbon footprint somewhere else.
I
No,
know.
in this case, we can have purely green energy. Plus, people may have the option to put solar panels in their house and
Sure.
just. So I think electric is the way to go in the future.
And even the electric is renewable if it's using water or solar power to generate electricity.
Right. The only really bad issue is if it's made out of fossil fuels or other non-renewable energies, and even then, I think it's more efficient than just pumping it with gas,
Right.
or less. I wouldn't say efficient, but cleaner.
Well, I like the convenience of being able to refuel at home too, instead of having to stop every week or two at the gas station.
Right. Your car is basically always full.
It's always full.
Yeah.
Yep. On long trips, we can use regular gasoline instead of the premium gas, so we can save money on that aspect. But once I know that I'm going to be in town several months and not buying gasoline, I'll put premium back into it.
And it only has 3 gallons?
No, it's a 9-gallon tank.
9 gallon.
Yep, and it doesn't take very long to fill it.
Do they recommend that you fill it up completely, or is it okay to just leave 1 pound 1 gallon to save on weight? I'm hitting you with these questions.
Yes, I'm not sure about that. I think the main criteria is to have the premium fuel in there so it doesn't break down over time, because it will break down. The octane is what they're worried about. If you get to a lower octane that the engines are capable of, it can gum them up and create problems that way.
Okay, well, thank you very, very much for letting us see your Volt and talk to us. And if you have any questions, I could probably forward it to Mike if he wants me to. But please thumb up this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Till next time, bye.
Bye.